right about 6:12, Kirk.
What's that?
What?
It's done around the audit. Should be so exactly.
Who's right there?
I'm going to call a meeting of the property committee together to order. The agenda calls for us to possibly authorize redemption of parcels. I'm going to start with the first one that I have here, of Ronald and Amy Sound, and I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Premises are located on Summit Road in Newport, New York. And the 2010 taxes are about $2,500, 2011, $2,000, 2012 about $1,900. At the previous offers that have been made, which have been 3 times the 2010s, 3 times the 2011s, and paid the 2012s. As of tonight, as of today, that figure would be $15,829.09.
And that would have them current.
Yep. And the proposal generally means that we, at the time of payment, you know, there's an exact calculation made of the amount owed. It could be, if the legislature allows it, could be tomorrow, or it could be a week from tomorrow, if you give until Friday, which we're proposing, next Friday. And
did you say that was 3 times?
yes, sir. 15,829.09. It's the 3 times the 10, 11, plus the 2012 as figure as of today. So they have, and we're thinking maybe until next Friday, the 25th, at 3 o'clock would be a reasonable time for everyone, if you chose to do it. And then what would happen is the premises would be deeded back to the original owner, no matter who pays.
Can we go to resolution tonight on that? How would we do it?
Yes, if
The resolution is ready, all it needs is committee approval to put it to the legislature.
signatures on the by the committee on the resolution allows it to be voted on tonight.
Is there a motion in the committee? Motion by Bob, second by Bob.
I think the resolution is a blanket resolution allowing anyone who owes money to anyone who hasn't paid their taxes to pay as of next Friday at 3 o'clock. So you don't have to approve each parcel, which means if you get additional requests in between now and then, people can come in and pay. That's what you've done in the past. It's a blanket approval with a date and a time to come in and pay three times the past taxes plus bring the current taxes to current. So you don't need a vote on each parcel tonight, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
And that means you don't need to vote on anything that may come in over the next few days also. That's what you've done before.
Is that,
That's
Your
fine.
motion
For the deadline
fine
on
with
Friday?
that?
Yes, for the
are
deadline
you
on
okay with that,
Friday.
Bob?
Next
That would be, the deadline would be the 25th.
25th.
That way we would have 7 days before the auction, right?
So we have 4 days, 4 working days.
Oh, okay.
They give you enough
Because of the
time.
holiday.
Yes, but if we go much farther, it's,
Starting to get a little
So
tight.
you're running into a problem.
because that Monday is off, Monday's.
Holiday.
And we thought 3 o'clock would be reasonable. It gives the treasurer staff time to shut things down before the end of the day as people are leaving.
So besides,
So we have 5 proposals
we have 5 proposals in hand
to date.
to date.
And I don't know if you want to hear each one.
Which Friday is it? 2 days from now, or?
25th.
25th, week from this Friday.
But you can set the day you think is appropriate. We just
Well, I'm concerned like Bob.
seem like a reasonable time, but it's up to you all.
It is reasonable, but at what point do we say to people who might be coming to the auction, these aren't on anymore?
That's always a concern.
Yeah.
That is always a concern.
Well, I think some of those have been told earlier today that they were going to pull at the auction. In front of the people that are going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
You get a
gamble.
scratch, but
Yeah, you could be on late minute scratch at a horse race, yeah.
It happens on.
I mean, we have done this in the past. Has this worked its way into our past practice that we've done, so that we're doing it again? So that's where we are.
I was reading one of them that claimed that they didn't have notice of the land in regards to people going through the
I think the burden would be on that individual to sue the bank for not making it, rather than, we have taxes due.
No, as long as, I was just wondering if all our procedures obviously were followed and we did get everything back within the mail.
Sure.
Yeah. We believe all proper procedures have been followed. However, any property owner has the option of taking us to court to challenge it if they wish to do so. And that could happen up until the date of the auction. That has happened in the past. We've gotten court orders on the day before the auction pulling properties. It's always a possibility, and people have that right.
I think that in this instance where the bank has made an error, I think.
May allegedly have
Allegedly
made
made
an error.
an error, but they didn't,
Right.
taxes didn't get paid.
That's what these people are alleging in their letter.
Right, and if that's the case, I think we just ought to advise them they got until the 29th to make the payment 3 times, and then sue the bank for the balance.
That's
That's up to them.
that's what I'm saying, yes. Yeah.
And I apologize for being late. Do we have anything in writing on the properties, or is this all we're?
We have several. How many have we got?
We have 5 written requests to date, but the proposal is for blanket approval for any property owner to redeem it.
The motion on the floor, motion second, is to have a blanket approval that anyone that comes forward by the 25th with 3 times the amount owed and taxes current and up to date the parcel shall be withdrawn.
Yeah, we'd also, Mr. Chairman, if we may, want to add to the resolution that the property owner it's conveyed to will also pay all recording costs. And I forgot to tell Carol that today. We drafted the resolution today, but I'm going to ask if we can add that as well.
Run that on the floor?
Yes, or
If
we
you can
will,
type it up
well, it's
prior
still
to-
in committee essentially,
Right.
so as long as the committee approves it, we'll just draft it that way in its final form and provide it to everyone.
Okay. Was there any other comments on the resolution?
The total value of the taxes due on all 5 parcels combined, do we know?
Can you get a motion on that on that?
Motion on,
Rob's,
Paying the,
are you okay,
Oh,
Bob?
yeah, I'm
I'll
good.
second
I'm good with it.
I'll second
That's fine, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm good with it, yeah.
Mr. Chairman,
yes,
the lady or the gentleman or the couple that wrote the letter from the bank, do they have the ability to pay the 3 times that they say the bank? I mean, I didn't see the letter, so I'm asking what it states in the letter.
They're advised by counsel, counsel's present, and we believe there's the ability to pay. Carl will correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that was a very small, you might be talking about 2 different properties. The people who are alleging the bank error, that's my client, and the amount that they owe is very small, approximately, I think 5,000 is the triple tax number. And they were always ready to pay. They didn't know the taxes hadn't been paid. But I believe there's another property, I spoke to the other attorney that you may have been referring to, the old storage. The divorce situation, that was a different property. My people are not the divorce situation.
Not yet.
You know, there's some in my box, I don't know where they were.
well, anyone would be eligible to work out the legal details and the financial details by May 25th. And get in here.
Right,
With our resolution here tonight. And all calculated costs that we've established.
and Rob, that's gonna be stipulated, no later date is to be accepted, right?
Correct, cash or certified funds by 3 p.m. on May 25th.
Dennis?
Does everybody understand the motion? Their other recourse, obviously, is legal.
Correct.
And get it in front of a judge, which is always possible. Go ahead, Bob.
Can we get that put in our newspaper?
This is
That
just.
they have until the 25th to pay 3 times?
In which newspaper? I hope the
The
media
OD's
covers
here.
it. The OD's here.
Okay.
We're not your official paper, so I would suggest
Well,
notifying her.
I would think that it's newsworthy enough. I'd like them to get decent consideration for it.
I asked, we know the total of the taxes that were due versus what the final costs are going to be. I'm just curious what the.
Well,
I have them all.
against the taxes due, it's triple. The income that it
How
would
much
have
did the
been.
taxes due?
On each parcel.
Triple each parcel.
I have, I mean, there are 7 or 8 parcels, because some
Okay.
have 2.
I think it's,
The motion doesn't cover that. The motion is blanket motion to let anybody come in and pay.
and those are the options, and if you don't make the option, you're done. I mean, this is the you know.
Mr. Cordes, I would just say that I do think the question is relevant, whether somebody moved it or not. It is a case that to know how much was involved is good, important information. But, you know, I recognize that you can move it.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Is that to move it? Somebody voted to move
That's
it?
to put it in front of the legislature. Motion to adjourn?
I got curtain ring.
Curtin Ray. All in favor? Aye.